Hemet High School made 4 straight CIF Southern Section title appearances between 2010 and 2013, winning 3 titles in 10, 11, and 12 under coaches Jewel Robinson and Janie Washburn. After a semifinal appearance in 2014, the Bulldogs have made 3 consecutive Elite 8 appearances and are looking to get back to the semifinals and the finals in 2018. They're also looking for a 9th consecutive Mountain Pass League title, the 5th under current coach Joe Schnanke. Joining us today is Bulldog standout and UCSD commit Josie Collier. Josie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So tell us about your earliest memories in volleyball. How old were you when you got started? Who first put a ball in your hand? Memories like that.
My mom actually coached my first rec volleyball team, and so I had kind of started the love of the game right there. And then eventually in 8th grade, I began playing at Forza 1 in Hemet, and then in my sophomore year, I moved out to Forza 1 South in Temecula.
Okay. Beaumont and Hemet have developed a little bit of a Mountain Pass League volleyball rivalry over the last couple of years with Jessica Granados taking over the Beaumont program. Talk about those matches and the atmosphere surrounding them. And then how much of a barometer is playing well against the Cougars for postseason success?
Our biggest goal for our league season is always beating Beaumont. That's just been our biggest goal, besides, making CIF. But they have been our biggest rival for the past couple years, and it's always just fun really playing them because it's just such an intense game, and it's a lot of fun having the crowd always there just cheering really loudly, and it's just an amazing atmosphere.
Do a lot of the girls from Beaumont and Hemet know each other off of the court, seeing each other around the club circuit?
Not really, actually.
Okay. How much would it mean to you to get a 4th straight Mountain Pass League title to finish your career, the program's 9th consecutive, and return Bulldog volleyball past the quarterfinals?
That'd be great. I mean, I'm really excited, and I think we can do it this year.
All right. Last year in the second round, you guys had knocked off number 1 Alta Loma, who had made pretty handy work of Woodcrest Christian earlier that week, before falling at Quartz Hill on the Saturday. What did you and the other returners take out of that match that you can bring into this year? And just tell me about what you remember from that day and from that match.
That was probably one of the best matches in my whole volleyball career. It was so much fun playing those 5 sets against such a great team. And from that, we took away that we always need to finish out the game. And we have to remember that we have to finish strong.
Was there like a, you guys get through that first round, you see Alta Loma on the other side. Was there like a shock and awe value at them being a number 1, but having to go to your place?
It was a little intimidating, but I think we took that and we used it. And we worked really hard against the number 1 seeds.
And then where will you guys have to get better in order to get further into the semis and back to championship weekend?
I think we have to work really hard on our defense, and we have to be really disciplined. I know we've been lacking in that the past couple of years, but I think this year if we work really hard and dedicate ourselves to the game, then we can really make it really far.
You are a UCSD commit. Talk about what the recruiting process was like for you. A couple of the other programs maybe who were fighting for your services. And was the fact that UCSD is going through that D1 transition a deterrent, or like a, hey, I want to be a part of a first?
Well, so the recruiting process has definitely been tough it's been about a year since I started the recruiting process, and it's been tough. I mean, it really takes a toll on your emotions and your mental state, but it's actually been quite the journey, and I'm so glad I got to go through it. I had looks from Point Loma, University of San Francisco, and Concordia Irvine. And Brown.
Okay.
And with all those schools, like, I just felt so. I felt very, very. I don't know why I'm just
right.
like blanking. It's just been a great process, and I really enjoyed it thoroughly.
Okay.
UCSD has been was my #1 choice for the past few months, and I'm really excited that I get to go there. And the fact that they're going D1 is just a bonus. I wanted to go to UCSD anyway, but them going D1 was just something new, and I'm so glad I get to be a part of that process.
And be a part of the first of being, making history in the area, because we have 2 new D1 schools starting next academic. Well,
Yeah.
Cal Baptist next year, and then they'll follow the year after.
Yeah.
Do you have a piece of advice maybe for the younger kids that are still trying to find their fit?
I'd have to say that it's tough watching, I get to watch my teammates go through this too, and it's tough, but I just have to say that the recruiting process, it always works out. You always find your fit, you always find your place. And so to never give up is really important, because you will find where you belong.
Did you find yourself at all putting any more pressure on yourself than usual? You're at a club tournament, you see all these college coaches surrounding your court and thinking, okay, who are they here to watch? If they're here for me, I got to put on a good show for them.
I think it definitely, it affected my play a little bit, but I knew I had to focus on the game more so than the coaches around me.
Okay. If you could describe the personality of a Bulldog volleyball team in 3 or 4 words, what would they be?
I would say tenacious, hardworking, aggressive, and passionate.
Okay. What is one random fact that no one knows about you?
I'm actually very musically inclined. I can pick up an instrument and play it pretty well.
What do you play?
I can play the piano, the guitar, and the saxophone.
Okay. What other sports do or have you played outside of volleyball?
When I was little, I played soccer. I played everything. I played soccer, basketball, softball. And basketball had actually been where I thought I was going to finish out my career and go to college. I really thought that I was going to make it in basketball. And unfortunately, that didn't work out so well. And volleyball was there for me, and I am so happy with the choice that I made, and I'm so happy that I stuck with volleyball.
What made you make the switch from basketball to volleyball?
It was hard, but it's just volleyball is so time-consuming, and I just could not do both at the same time.
Okay. Last year, the Bulldogs went to the Queen's Court tournament in Anaheim, that elite preseason tournament the week before the regular season starts, and held their own in a pretty good regular varsity division field. This year, you guys have been elevated to the varsity elite division, getting to go against area powers such as Rev, Santiago, Chaparral, Mesa, Citrus Valley, I believe I saw on there. Is there going to be any shock value to coming out of the gate playing that level of competition that early, or you guys look at it as a good thing?
I think it's a really good thing because we get to play schools like that in Summer League. But it's a really good learning experience for the team, and it's really good for us to play such high-level teams, and I'm really excited to play those teams and then take back what we learned from those games.
Barometer out of the gate before you get into the swing and the flow of regular season, the chase for the Mountain Pass League title, those sorts of things?
Yeah.
All right. What has been your favorite volleyball-related trip so far, and what made that experience stand out?
So this past spring, I was so fortunate to be able to go to Italy with my volleyball team and our 18-1s team at Forza. It was just a wonderful experience getting to go sightseeing and getting to play international volleyball. I loved playing the Italian teams. Their style of play is so different. Yeah, it was so much fun to play them. And I also got to see some life-changing things. I got to see the Sistine Chapel, the Colosseum in Rome, and I got to see Venice. It was just a wonderful experience altogether.
Describe the differences between the international style of play that the Italians and a lot of our international competitors use and how we play here in the States.
Well, I believe that the Italian teams play a lot smarter than American teams usually do, because Americans are usually focused on being really aggressive and smashing the ball all the time. Whereas the Italians are a lot more smarter with how they place the ball, and they do a lot more different things like they tip a lot, they roll shot a lot more than we do.
Okay. How would your friends describe you outside the lines?
I'm very goofy, I think. I'm very funny, and I would also say they probably think I'm really passionate about everything that I care for.
Okay. Tell me a story about last year's Bulldog squad. Maybe something that happened between matches at a tournament, a funny moment in a practice that really stood out.
Let's see. That one's hard. Oh, so during our second round CIF game, we had a timeout, and our captain Lauren Patterson brings us all in, and she goes, "Okay, we're going to take a community deep breath," and so we all breathe in and breathe out, and it was just so much fun, and it actually collected us very well for the game.
So one of those deals where they were making a run kind of late at the set, and then your coach calls that timeout, and then she starts it before he even said anything.
And I think it relaxed us a lot because we all thought it was very funny, and so we all just let go and we got to play very relaxed, which helped us a lot.
All right. Where are a couple of places we're likely to find you off the court?
I would say the movie theaters. I'm usually on the court. I'm never really not at. I do a lot of traveling, so I travel a lot to like.
Talk about some of the places you visited outside of that trip to Italy.
Oh, so as a team we went to Salt Lake City. We would go to Las Vegas, and last year we went to Reno, Nevada. After the trip to Italy, my family and I went to Amsterdam, and we've been to Germany, we've been to Canada. It's just been a whole experience altogether.
So, any advice on international travel for those younger kids that are maybe coming up the pipe and looking for those trips?
Hang on to everything really tightly. It's really easy to lose stuff.
What have you lost on a foreign trip?
I think I've lost a couple shirts. I lost my hydro flask. It's been tough.
All right. And all right, we'll move on to the rapid fire part of this. It's going to be 15 with Josie.
Okay.
Here we go. Who would play you in a movie?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay. Favorite book?
Harry Potter.
Favorite TV show?
Grey's Anatomy.
Favorite movie?
Lady Bird.
Okay. Dream vacation?
Cabo.
Favorite dessert?
Cheesecake.
Favorite restaurant?
Guy's Italian in Beaumont.
Okay. Is that kind of the team stop on the way home from the Beaumont match?
Not.
Maybe something to mention this year.
Yeah, right.
Karaoke go-to?
Call me maybe.
Guilty shopping pleasure?
Hair products.
Okay. Favorite sport to watch outside of volleyball?
Baseball.
Favorite athlete?
Steph Curry.
Okay. Worst and favorite subjects in school?
My worst is probably history, and my best is probably math.
Okay. Full House or Fuller House?
Full House.
Subway or Jersey Mike's?
Jersey Mike's.
And name an item from your bucket list, sports or otherwise.
Making it to CIF finals.
All right. Do you know what you'll be studying at UCSD?
I'm hoping to study either psychology or environmental science.
All right. Josie, thank you for taking the time to join us on this Saturday morning. Best of luck to you and the Lady Bulldogs this year in the quest for another Mountain Pass League title. And we'll be around.